I'm Jeremy States Brown, captain of the Spring Grove Rockets, and as they say in our hometown, don't forget to be awesome.
I'm Rachel Tasber, captain of the Elizabethtown Brainbusters team, and just remember, guys,
We're not that bad.
From Studio A at WGAL 8, it's Westfield Insurance Brainbusters. Now, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome once again to our studio and show. We are in for a very exciting half hour. I'm sure of it because we are welcoming back two winning teams. These two teams both know how to play. They know how to win. So let's put them to work right now with today's opening round. 10-point questions, one big Brainbuster. Thanks to our friends for Learning for Science and the Arts. Good luck, Spring Grove and Elizabethtown. In 2012, it launched its first satellite into orbit, much to the delight of Sam?
NASA.
No, sorry. Much to the delight, Spring Grove, of Kim Jong-un. What country is it, Adam?
North Korea.
North Korea is correct for 10 points. She was King Arthur's wife and Lancelot's lover. Did not end well, Greg.
Guinevere.
Guinevere is correct, and that gets Elizabethtown on the board. It was the weather and not Sir Francis Drake that saved England in 1588. Saved England from... Adam.
The Spanish Armada.
You are correct for another 10 points. Uncas and Chingachgook are the last members of this tribe. Adam.
Mohicans.
Mohicans is absolutely correct. Yes, in James Cooper's novel. It's published in 4 regional editions, which together give it the largest circulation of any daily newspaper in the United States. What is this, Rachel?
The New York Times.
No, sorry, incorrect. Spring Grove, what is this newspaper with an emphasis on business and economic news? Adam.
The Wall Street Journal.
The Wall Street Journal is correct, yes. It's the largest joint in your body, a pivotal hinge joint that permits extension, flexation, and rotation. What joint involves the femur, tibia, and Adam?
Hip.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. And patella, Elizabethtown, Sam.
The knee.
The knee does, yes. In solid geometry, it's the set of all points that are the same distance from a given point. What is it called?
A circle.
No, sorry, incorrect. Elizabethtown, Greg.
A sphere.
A sphere in solid geometry, that's correct. It's a tree that sheds its leaves every fall and grows new ones in the spring. Greg.
Deciduous.
Deciduous trees are what they're called. Yes, and now it's time for the big Brainbuster brought to you by Whittaker Center for Science and the Arts. For 10 points and a ticket for each team member to a select medical IMAX documentary film. If you suffer from hepatitis, what organ of your body is inflamed? Rachel.
Liver.
The liver is inflamed or infected. Yes, congratulations, Elizabethtown. For more than 2,300 miles, it runs through Australia. What is this line of latitude? 23 degrees, 26 minutes south of the equator. Rachel.
Tropic of Capricorn.
The Tropic of Capricorn. You're correct again, yes. When the railroad arrived in 1873, the city was renamed in order to attract German investors. Which U.S. capital is named for the Chancellor of Greg?
Bismarck.
Bismarck, North Dakota is named for the Chancellor of Germany in 1873. In Greek mythology, they were goddesses who presided over the social arts. In the Rachel.
Muses.
No, sorry, not the Muses. In the 20th century, Spring Grove, they include Kelly, Jones, and Slick. Who are they? A little trick, but it's the Graces, the 3 Graces. The Virginia family estate of Robert E. Lee's wife was seized in 1862 after federal officials insistently come to Washington, D.C. to pay his taxes. What is that estate today? Ryan.
Arlington National Cemetery.
You're correct for another 10 points. In George Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion, she's transformed from a flower girl to a lady. What is the first and last name of this lady? Stumps you on the lovely Eliza Doolittle. It's a river in South Africa, a county in California, and Adam.
Orange.
And of course the royal family of the Netherlands. The tallow candle is the story of a lonely candle that wants to be lighted. It's a recently discovered unknown early work by this Danish author, Greg, right in time.
Hans Christian Andersen.
He's the one right under the buzzer. That gives you another 10 points. 50 to 90. That sound takes us to the end of the run to our first break. We're going to catch our breath and expect to see you in just a very short moment. Here, and we hope you are enjoying yourselves as well. You know, these players obviously know how to play, and that's because they have great coaches. Let's meet our coaches and alternates before we head back into the competition. First, look at this. We have 3 wonderful ladies coaching these great young people. So how about this? Introduce yourself. Tell us what you teach.
I'm Melissa Grin, and I teach AP Calculus AB as well as BC.
Wow, busy lady.
Vinay Hofnagel. I'm a history teacher, gifted seminar teacher, and also do National Honor Society.
Wow.
I'm Nicole Harlicker. I teach French, gifted support, and also biology inclusion.
Wow, well, welcome all three of you, but of course we have to welcome the young man next to these three wonderful ladies, and that is Kyle Abramson. You're the team's alternate today, and it's great to have you back, and you are a junior. You're interested in chemistry and studying chemistry later on once you graduate Spring Grove, but you've selected Carnegie Mellon and the University of Pittsburgh. Why those two particular schools?
They both have very outstanding records in the chemistry department, and I'm leaning towards more the University of Pittsburgh at this point. They have a great medical school, UPMC, right next door, up on the hill, and they've impressed me so far between their record, and I seem like I'm a very good fit for their school.
Well, I'm very impressed with how focused you are, and you're fit for any school. There's no doubt about it. Senor Brody Murphy, Spanish teacher superior de Elizabethtown. Great to have you back. Mrs. Kay Baxter, you are the coach, longtime coach, and about to retire, and you are a math teacher. So I'm curious, out of all the math teachers you've taught, from calculus A, B, B, C, and perhaps calculus 3, what is your favorite math class ever?
Well, I actually didn't teach calculus, but my favorite ever is statistics. I got interested in that as a graduate work, and math educators were encouraging statistics to be taught, so I was instrumental in beginning a probability statistics course at E-Town. It then moved into advanced placement statistics, so I now teach the AP stats and an on-level
And it
statistics.
somewhat surprises kids because they realize
Love
it's a
it.
whole new language,
Yes.
it's not a whole new vernacular. Today's alternate is Katarina Tesmer, and you're a sophomore, and it's so nice to have you here. And you're interested in art, but particularly art design with technology. Are you interested in advertising, perhaps?
Not,
Web design?
not really. I just like to make digital art on my laptop.
Would you use a PC or an Apple?
I use a PC and a drawing tablet.
Excellent. I bet you're quite talented. Well, thanks so much for being here. Let's get back to work. It's time now for today's one-on-one rapid fire, where we meet our individual players and find out what's going on in their busy lives. Adam Prusakovsky, great to have you back, and you are a freshman. Well, you're really an aggressive player, and you do very well, and it's great to have you here. And you're learning Chinese. Is that something that's being offered at Spring Grove?
No, it is offered online with free lessons. There are plenty of resources which you can use.
So you're just doing it sort of for fun. Well, good for
Yes.
you. There's great opportunities in the future for that. There's no doubt about it. And now we're going to say hello to Gregory Wilson from Elizabethtown. And you are a junior. And you played, I guess, the Game of Kings, chess. A lot of young people, I don't think, are embracing board games, let alone chess. Are you finding you're quite competitive at it? Can you think ahead?
I usually do pretty well at it, yes.
Have you been playing for many years? Because there's no doubt it's a great learning skill.
Yes, my father taught me that when I was pretty young.
Great. I love it as well. It's not like online. It definitely needs to play on board. So Greg and Adam, this isn't online. This is live right here. We have 3 questions for you as we put you to one-on-one. This country has the longest total land borders with other countries, even more than Russia. What country is it? Adam?
Canada?
No, sorry, that's incorrect. Sorry. Greg, do you have any idea? Greg?
China?
China is the correct answer, followed by Russia, Brazil, India, and then the U.S. The 16th and 17th were both ratified in 1913. The 20th and 21st, Adam.
Amendments to the Constitution?
Amendments to the Constitution is correct. And finally, for the first Harry Potter movie, Durham Cathedral, Gloucester Cathedral, and Harrow School were all used for this setting. Greg?
Hogwarts?
Hogwarts was the name of the school that Harry Potter attended. 60 to 110. Let's now meet our 2 captains. First, we're going to say hello to Jeremy Seitzbrown, and you're a senior over at Spring Grove, and it's great to have you back. And you swim and play tennis. Is this competitively with Spring Grove?
Yep, I do both for our high school teams.
Is this something you want to take advantage of in college, perhaps?
Maybe for like a club or intramural, but not for an official team right now.
Okay, you want to spend time on your studies,
Yeah.
right? Good for you, because I know the commitment in college is really intense. Rachel Tesmer, you are a senior and today's captain from Elizabethtown, and it's so nice to have you back. And you went to Vidron. Now, you're telling me this is a...
VidCon.
Vidron?
VidCon.
VidCon. Oh, VidCon. I'm sorry. I didn't recognize it. So it's a convention for you two?
Yes.
And what do you do there?
You can meet people who make YouTube content, and there was all kinds of interesting things to see.
And they show these so-called viral videos that people have seen that are ubiquitous today?
Yep.
Oh, excellent. Is Is this something you want to do, is produce videos? Or no, you just enjoy it. So big con. All right, thank you very much for correcting me. Rachel and Jeremy, hopefully I won't have to correct you with these 3 questions. In 1279, he conquered the Sung dynasty and established the Yuan dynasty in China. His magnificent, Jeremy.
Genghis Khan.
No, sorry, that's incorrect. His magnificent capital at Kangalahat was described by Marco Polo. Who was this Mongol ruler, Elizabethtown? Rachel, any idea? No, it was Kublai Khan is the correct answer. The report denied any conspiracy, domestic or foreign. What is this body appointed by President Johnson to investigate JFK's assassination? Jeremy.
The Warren Commission.
That is correct, yes, for another 10 points. And finally, one of the earliest known gemstones, its fossilized resin. What is this golden gemstone where, Rachel?
Amber.
Amber is the gemstone where fossilized insects are sometimes preserved. 70 to 120 as we now meet our 3rd players. First, we're going to say hello to Andrew Mowell.
Yes.
Mowell, rhymes with Paul. Is that correct? And you are a senior over at Spring Grove, and it's great to have you back. And you're interested in biomedical engineering.
Yes.
So I'm thinking of prosthetics.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
How did you get involved in this interest?
Well, I really like science, and so through Science Olympiad, I just got to explore some different disciplines of science, and that was the one that tickled my fancy the most.
Well, there's definitely a future in that, no doubt, assuming with robotics integrated in that as well. Adam Klinger, and you are in grade 12 at Elizabethtown, and it's wonderful to welcome you back as well. And I guess a teacher must have inspired you at one time because you want to be a teacher yourself, yes?
That is true. I want to teach history at a high school level, and I just want to help young kids understand it and to better understand the history so they can make a better future for themselves.
Good for you. Now, is there some teacher you want to give a shout out to that really inspired you to give you that idea?
Yeah, Mr. Sadford, shout out to you.
All right. He's even in the audience. Good for you. Adam and Andrew, let's put you 2 one-on-one. On the Gregorian calendar, there are 2 occasions when 2 months of 31 days follow one another. July and August is one pair. Name the others. Go back to the poem 30 days past September, June, and November. You think of December and January. You can get it from fatty fish like salmon and tuna and from cod liver oil, or you can just go outside and stand in the sun. What vitamin is it? Andrew?
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D is correct. And finally, let's test your knowledge of Russian. The Russian word for fellow traveler was the name of the first artificial satellite launched in 1957. What's the word, Adam?
Sputnik.
Sputnik is absolutely correct. Yes, 80 to 130. Let's now meet our final players. And first, we're heading out to Spring Grove and saying hello to Ryan Joel. And you are a junior at Spring Grove. We welcome you back. And you're interested in working in the political field, I guess, in the long term. Do you want to be an elected official, or do you want to work for an elected official?
I could see myself doing either, but right now I just keep myself open to the whole field.
Well, you're young enough. I know it takes a lot of work to get on the trail and be a candidate. Well, we wish you luck in that. And Sam David Unks. Unks? Is that correct? You are a senior over at Elizabethtown, and we certainly welcome you back as well. And like your alternate, you are interested in design, but particularly web design. In what capacity? Do you want to design web pages?
Yes, I'm very into HTML design, and I'm taking a class right now that really emphasizes on that.
So obviously, I always like to ask this question. You use a PC at home?
Yes, I do.
Well, I guess you have to when you're dealing with HTML. All right, Sam and Ryan, let's put you 2 one-on-one. World War II began when Germany invaded this country in September. Ryan. Poland in 1939, yes. Their first names were Meriwether and William. From 1804 to 1806, they traveled 4,000 miles. Sam.
Lewis and Clark.
Lewis and Clark. Northwest to the Pacific Ocean. What were their last names? It was Lewis and Clark. And finally, you use it to play a cello, a viola, and a violin. What is this, Ryan? A bow is this piece of musical equipment. Look at those scores, 100 to 140. Great game going. We're now going to pick up the pace and play today's 60-second team lightning round. Jeremy, your team is behind at this point, but only by 40 points. So you will select first among these 3 quizzes. We have letters first, PC, 2 by 2.
PC.
PC means more than politically correct, especially in this quiz. For 10 points each, please consider these perfect clues to people, places, and things that can be abbreviated PC. Jeremy, I take your answer as the team's answer Brian are going to help you along. 60 seconds are on the clock, beginning after I finish reading the first question. Dell, Compaq, and Packard Bell all make these PCs.
Personal computers.
That is correct. In Cinderella, he finds the glass slipper and marries Cinderella.
Prince Charming.
Prince Charming, yes. This diary product is often added to the top of spaghetti.
Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan cheese, yes. 1 part in 100.
Percent.
Yes. It was founded in 1620 by the Pilgrims in Massachusetts.
Plymouth Colony.
Plymouth Colony, yes. Small amounts of money you keep around for miscellaneous expenses.
Pocket change.
No, petty cash, Lay's, Golden Flake, Pringles.
Potato chips.
Yes, Republicans and Democrats hold one to nominate a presidential candidate.
Political convention.
That's correct. When you break the law and don't get caught, you may have committed this.
Pass.
Perfect crime. You need 20 cents and stamps to mail one of these.
Postcard.
Postcard, yes. President Kennedy founded this agency in 1961 to send volunteers. Peace Corps, yes. It's a graph which shows a circle divided into wedges.
Pie chart.
Pie chart, yes. This cut of meat can come from a rib or loin of a pig.
Pass.
Pork chop. At Daytona and Darlington, this automobile leads the first lap around It's called a pace car. Some good teamwork. Well done. We had 10 correct, so 100 points came your way, taking you to 200. Elizabethtown, is up to you with letters first or 2 by 2.
Letters first.
Letters first. Each of the following terms begins with the letter of the alphabet, like U-turn or email. For 10 points each, identify these extra special people, places, and things. Rachel, I take your answers to team's answer. Greg, Adam, and Sam, I know are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock. After I finish reading the first question, the clock will begin. Apple introduced the first one in 2007 and the 5 in 2012.
iPod.
No, iPhone. It's the horizontal line on the Cartesian graph.
X-axis.
That's correct. Bruce Springsteen's band.
E Street.
That's correct. This is the most popular and profitable auction site on the internet.
eBay.
eBay, yes. They're longer than gamma rays and shorter than UV rays. No, X-rays. Nickname for Alexander Rodriguez of the New York Yankees.
A-Rod.
A-Rod, yes. This is the most common blood type.
O-type.
No. O positive. They can be tie-dyed, screen printed, plain,
T-shirt.
white, or designer.
T-shirt.
That is correct. A kind of house resembling the first letter of the alphabet.
A-frame.
That is correct. Nickname for Jennifer Lynn Lopez, formerly a judge on American Idol.
J-Lo.
J-Lo, yes. They include niacin, folic acid, riboflavin, and biotin.
B-vitamin.
That is correct. During World War II, this was the English term for German submarines.
U-boat.
That is correct. This is the pipe at the bottom of your kitchen drain.
Pass.
J-pipe. Draftsmen use this as a guide for drawing horizontal lines.
Pass.
T-square. Suspended from a moving system of overhead cables, it tows a skier uphill. It's called the J-bar. Boy, a little faltering. 9 correct. 90 points came your way. A break for you, Spring Grove. 200 to 230. I'm now going to reveal today's bonus Brainbuster category, and that's South America. Our teams are wagered from 0 to 25 points based on their knowledge of South America while you watch these messages. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to a very exciting match between Spring Grove and Elizabethtown. But before we continue, we'd like you to play along with our viewer question of the week, brought to you by Commonwealth Connections Academy. Personalized accredited education from the comfort of home.
Hi, I'm Whitney Lazick, science teacher at Commonwealth Connections Academy, and here's your viewer question. It appeared in 1456, 1531, 1607, and 1682. It last appeared in 1986 and will return again in 2061. What is this periodic passerby?
Go to WGAL.com/Brainbusters to answer the Commonwealth Connections Academy viewer question. One randomly drawn winner with a correct answer will receive this Commonwealth Connections Academy prize pack. And the grand prize winner, drawn for all entries this season, will receive a pair of Hershey Park tickets.
Well, we hope you do go online and do play along with us. But hopefully, right now, our teams are going to play really well as we head into today's bonus Brainbuster. During our break, our teams wagered from 0 to 25 points based on their knowledge of South America. Here's Lori Burkhalter in the News 8 newsroom. She has today's question. Lori.
Thank you, Rich. Okay, here's your bonus Brainbuster question. It's the only Central American country with no access to the Pacific Ocean and the only one in which English is an official language. What country borders Mexico and Guatemala? Again, it's the only Central American country with no access to the Pacific Ocean and the only one in which English is the official language. What country borders Mexico and Guatemala? Good luck with your answer. Now let's head back to you in the studio. Rich?
Thanks, Lori. Good luck, teams. We'll give you about 5 seconds. Although it looks like both teams are ready. They were both eager to write down their response, so we don't need to time it. Jeremy, let's start with you. Belize is absolutely correct. Yes, seems to be a haven for movie stars lately. 20 points. Also Belize with a 15-point wager, 245, 220 to 245. Who's going to come back to round 3 and challenge Cumberland Valley? Well, we're going to find out very shortly, because here comes today's final frenzy. This time 20-point questions. In 2012, he was named World Athlete of the Year for the 4th time after defending the 100 and 200 meter gold medals. Adam.
Usain Bolt.
He's the one, yes. With eyes of flame came whiffling through the tulligy wood, and burbled it came. What is this creature? Greg.
Shoot.
Ooh, sorry. No, it's not shoot. What is it? Adam.
Jabberwock?
Jabberwock is the correct answer, yes. You've just spotted a violently rotating column of air moving counterclockwise at about 3. Rachel.
Tornado.
A tornado is correct. The second law of thermodynamics states that in a closed system, this will always increase. Adam.
Entropy.
Entropy is correct. When he died in 1658, he was buried in Westminster Abbey in 1660 after the Royalists returned to power. They had his corpse dug up. Adam again.
Charles I.
No, sorry, I'm going to complete the question for Elizabethtown. They had his corpse dug up, hung in chains, and beheaded. Who led the New Model Army during the English Civil War? Greg.
Oliver Cromwell.
He is the Lord Protector of the Commonwealth of England. You are correct. It's the curve formed by a loose chain supported at both ends. It looks like a parabola, but it's not. What is this curve seen in suspension bridges? Ryan.
Hyperbola?
No, sorry, correct. Elizabethtown. Oh, we stumped you on catenary curve. His tone poem, Thus Spoke Zarathustra, became famous when Stanley Kubrick used it in the opening movement in 2001: A Space Odyssey. Who was this German romantic composer? Greg.
Wagner?
I need first name and last name, please.
I don't know the first name.
No, sorry, cannot accept it. Spring Grove. Oh, the answer is Richard Strauss, as opposed to Johann Strauss. His poems, including Anyone Lived in a Pretty House Town and All in Green Went My Love Riding, are easy to recognize. There's not a single capital letter in them. Who is this poet? Rachel.
E. Cummings.
He's the one. The winner of a special Pulitzer Prize in 1944 was this musical by Rodgers and Hammerstein set in a western state. What state is the title? Adam.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, yes. He once said that the only qualification he had to be president was that he looked like a president. Who was the first Adam?
Gerald Ford.
No, sorry. Who was the first U.S. president elected after the ratification of the 19th Amendment in 1920, which gave women the right to vote? Rachel.
Woodrow Wilson.
No, sorry, it was Warren G. Harding. They generate most of the cell's supply of ATP, a source. Adam.
Mitochondria.
Mitochondria does, yes. It's divided in many ways between the Dutch-speaking region of Flanders in the north. Adam again.
Belgium.
Belgium, you're correct again. He's won the Pulitzer Prize for Drama 3 times for A Delicate Balance in 1967, Seascape in 1975, and Three Tall Women in 1994. Who also wrote Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Oh, it's the great Edward Albee. The French call it the Great Century. Nicolas Poussin was painting, Molière and Corneille were writing their plays, and Versailles was built. What century, Adam?
16th.
No, sorry, incorrect. Oh, what century is France's great century, Elizabethtown? And of course, that was the 17th century. That sound takes us to the end of the round and to the end of the game. It looks like we're going to see Elizabethtown challenge Cumberland Valley in round 3, but we hope to see you in just a short moment. Congratulations, Elizabethtown. What a great game. I mean, you can obviously see that our game matchups have been just incredible because the games over the past few weeks have been incredibly tight with really tight scores, neck and neck. We do say goodbye to Spring Grove. We thank you so much for participating. We hope you had as much fun as we did meeting you. On our next Westfield Insurance Brainbusters, Lancaster Mennonite versus Lancaster Catholic. Another great game expected. We'll see you then. So long. Congratulations.